I'm joined by Kyle Balgames. Welcome, Kyle.
How are you?
Raja Suleiman with Orzhov.
Max McVitie.
Congratulations, Brian DeMars. Zach Allen.
I wouldn't be here without these guys, though. So.
And the champion of Pro Tour counter-attack here, Ari Lax.
All right, welcome everybody to beautiful RW Hobbies in Livonia, Michigan. I am Zach, joined today not by a teammate, but by one of my good friends, Steven Dykman. How you doing, Steven?
Good, man. So, Deck, I'm really excited to play. We just got through a video a second ago playing a little bit of this format. I'm excited to keep doing it. Haven't played Pioneer in quite a while, so this is cool. A little bit about myself for those who don't know me. Name's Steven Dykman. I'm from the Grand Rapids, Michigan area. I play for Team Swish Gaming, which is also located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have had 2 Pro Tour appearances and 1 near Pro Tour appearance where Alan and I both got 5th place, so technically a top 8 of a team limited GP. So a near 3rd appearance there.
Technical is the best kind of top 8.
Yeah, technical top 8, asterisk top 8, whatever you want to call it. And then most recently, my big finish was the last Invitational before COVID, top 8 of that.
Star City Games Invitational.
Star City SCG Invitational, and a few more relevant finishes. I've had 4 open top 8s.
Sure. So. Okay, so let's get into what we're playing. Today, I'm going to be bringing some Sultai. I'm going to keep pushing this Grizzly Salvage over Seder Wayfinder. We'll see. This might actually be one of those matchups where that
punishes. Yeah, he's going to get punished in this matchup for that, I think, for sure. But we'll see.
We will see. So, again, I've done this deck tech before, but I'm going to run through it again. Sultai is a deck based solely around Uro. I want to Uro you, and I want to keep Uroing you, and that's my plan. I have Thoughtseize, Disruption, Fatal Push, kill cheap stuff, Grizzly Salvage as a way to fill my yard for Uro, find lands if I need them, whatever it is, good card selection, and Traverse the Ulvenwald as a land that later becomes card selection. In this deck, it plays a lot like, it's like a fetch land early, and then Jace flashes it back to, tutor something late, so pretty good synergy in the deck. I'm playing 27 mana sources along with Grizzly Salvage. I'm very interested in hitting my land drops because Uro, just one of the best cards in the format, just basically a 4-mana 6/6 that draws a card and puts a land in play and then keeps doing that every time I attack, and it also gains life while doing that. I've got 2 Assassin's Trophies as removal. That's also going to punish me in this matchup, although I think it's very necessary for this deck because of the rise of mono green. You just need a way to kill their Planeswalkers.
Makes sense.
I think it's just the most versatile one for this deck.
Yep.
I've got Murderous Rider as more removal. Scavenging Ooze is tutorable Graveyard Hate. Tracker is my other engine card outside of Uro. Uro and Tracker also play really well together. You get them both in play, and you just end up drawing so many cards. And then my big bullets to hit. I've got Emrakul, the Promised End. For more for against spell-based decks. It's not going to be great against you, although it can't really blow you out if you have a big board. I can make you kind of attack into my board, so we'll see how that plays out. Scarab God as my zombie payoff, and that might end up being pretty good against you.
It will be, yeah. No, I saw that. I like that. A lot of lists aren't doing that, but I love Scarab God. I love Scarab God.
I think the Scarab God's great, and you never know. It makes zombies when I bring stuff back.
It's good.
So I could steal a Crypt Breaker and start drawing cards. It could be sweet. We'll see.
Yep.
Ishkanal Graph Widow as my defensive tutor target. Probably going to need that one against you. That is going to be
very important card.
Yeah, very big here.
Very important card.
And then Ashak Nightmare Muse just to get another type in the deck. It could also be good against you. 2/3s are pretty good against your 2/2s and 1/1s. So we'll see how it lines up. But that's what I'm doing. What do you got, Dykman?
Well, so this actually was LSV's deck of the week this week, and I know Gerry Thompson posted something about it too because he naturally loves zombies, and a lot of people do. So I am bringing Mono Black Zombies today. It's a list that did well this week with a 5-0, so I wanted to give it a try in one of these videos here. First card, Thoughtseize. I mean, this card's incredible. It may very well be the best card in Pioneer, and it's just such a versatile card. It's good in everything. It's good in aggro. It's good in mid-range. It's good in control. It's just a great card. Not much else you can say about it.
Yeah, there's a reason you see a lot of black decks in this format.
Yeah. Yeah. That being said, that's one of 2 spells I'm playing in the main deck, instant sorceries. Well, I guess just sorceries. The next one, though, is a 4 of Dark Salvation. Dark Salvation in this deck functions much like Fatal Push functions in a lot of decks, but it's honestly just better. The reason it's better is it reads XX black. Target player puts X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield. Then up to 1 target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each zombie that player controls. So for me, the deck's playing a ton of zombies, obviously. Every creature in the deck is a zombie. And basically, like I said, it functions as a Fatal Push. It's going to get things out of the way for 1 mana a lot of the time. But in the late game, it's just a huge X spell that gives me bodies, which is going to be very important. It's just important to get value out of all your cards, especially in a creature deck like this, and that's really what it's doing. The next card, really, really important card for the Zombies archetype. This one's a 3 of, and I'm not sure how I feel about this one being a 3 of, because I think it's definitely one of the most powerful cards in the deck, is Diregraph Colossus. This card definitely defined the archetype in Standard back when it was a great deck in Standard. He reads, when he enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each zombie card in your graveyard. So naturally, as the game goes, he's going to be a huge 3-mana play. Sometimes he's like a 3-mana 7/7, you know?
Yep.
And in this matchup, I could see that happening. Excuse me. Then, his other clause is, whenever you cast a zombie spell, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token tapped onto the battlefield. That is really, really good value. Every creature, as I said before, is a zombie in my deck, so everything I cast is going to give me 2/2 tokens, and if I have multiple of this guy, it just spirals. It gets so crazy, you go so wide so fast, and you can get around a lot of people we mentioned Ishkana. If I have like 2 of these in play, Ishkana might not even be enough because I'm just going to have so many bodies.
Yep.
Then the next defining card for the Zombies archetype is definitely Crypt Breaker. Again, huge card when the Standard deck was really good. It reads 1 mana 1/1. He has black colorless tap. You can discard a card, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. But the real kicker for him is you can tap 3 untapped zombies you control, you draw a card, and you lose 1 life. In a deck like this, a deck that's just trying to go wide, get a bunch of bodies, it's just so good to have that card advantage. You can spend some of the early turns developing your board, getting it huge, drawing cards, before you ultimately play multiple anthems and just go wide on them. But yeah, just having that card advantage is so good in an aggro deck. It's very, very good. Then the next 2 creatures, they both pretty much go together. Death Baron and Lord of the Accursed, both of them are 4-ofs in this deck. Death Baron is a 2/2 zombie wizard. Skeletons you control and other zombies you control get +1/+1 and have Death Touch. So he's a lord that gives Death Touch, basically. And then the other one, Lord of the Accursed, other zombies you control get +1/+1, and then you can pay 2 mana and tap him to give all your zombies Menace. Which, again, when you're gaining a huge amount of bodies, giving everybody Menace is a great way to just get people dead. Then we'll talk about the more aggressive 1-drops. Crypt Breaker is a little less aggressive in the fact that he kind of stalls for a minute and lets you amass a board. But these 2 1-drops, we'll start with Dread Wanderer. This one is a 2/1. He enters the battlefield tapped. You can pay 3 mana to return Dread Wanderer from your graveyard to the battlefield. You can only activate this ability anytime you could cast a sorcery, and only if you have 1 or fewer cards in hand. So he's a little bit like a Blood-Soaked Champion for those who have played the other mono-black aggro deck in this format or know of it. Just a nice, aggressive 1-drop that also can recur in the late game. It's just a big deal to just be able to keep recurring. Excuse me. The next one here, this one's pretty just classic 1-mana zombie. It's a 2/2, enters tapped, 1 mana. It's clean. 2/2, aggressive. It's what you want. Then the next one is a pretty interesting choice. A lot of times in these zombie decks, at least in the past, the 2-drop I think of is Relentless Dead. This deck went without Relentless Dead, which I actually think, so far with what we've been playing, it makes sense that they would just cut that card. The format's not very controlling, And Lazatep Reaver just gives you 2 bodies for Crypt Breaker,
Yep.
which just immediately is going to let you start drawing cards. And it seems like the plan for this deck, like I said before, is just going to be go wide. And this card's great at just going wide. It gives you 2 zombies for 2 mana, and once you play Lords, they're going to be relevant cards. So I think this one might be pretty important. And then the last one, this is just a one-of. Graveyard Marshal. He's a 2 mana, black, 3/2. Black and 2 colorless, you can exile a creature card from your graveyard, create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature token. Kind of similar to like Dreadwander. It's a nice little card that in the late game is going to give you some value for things that have died. So this card might be sweet. It'll be interesting. Who knows how often we'll even see it. It's a one-of, like I said, but a solid card nonetheless. And then I think really important mentions with any of the black decks in this format usually play 4 Castle Lock Twain and 4 Mutavault. Cards are just great in an aggressive strategy. You're going to empty your hand pretty fast a lot of the time. Castle Lock Twain's just a good way to refuel you. Mutavault being a land that is all creature types, it's just a really, really nice attacker in any aggro deck, but specifically in the zombies deck, it's going to be a really nice attacker. And then this is one of the only changes we made to, this is the only change we made to the main deck. We made one change to the sideboard, which we'll bring up when we do our sideboarding. But Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx, we're trying a one-of. Could be good. Could also punish me really bad. We'll see what happens. Alan wants to give it a try, so we're going to give it a try. I am 50-50 on it. I have no idea if it's going to be good or bad, but this is why we try things. So.
Sure. It looks to me like you have enough mana sinks. Like Graveyard Marshal is a mana sink. You can draw. I mean, you draw a bunch of cards with Crypt Breaker. That's kind of a mana sink. Dark Salvation's a mana sink. Just bringing this thing back, kind of a mana sink. Lockthwain, it's pretty good to just make a bunch of mana, tap a Lockthwain, draw a card, and then still have mana to cast this thing. So, I think as a one-of, it's not a huge cost. It is another. It is another colorless land, but only early. Once you get 3 lands in play, it basically taps for 3 mana. So, I think overall it's gonna be pretty good. But
yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm interested on it for sure. So.
All right, let's shuffle up in battle.
Cool.
All right, we're back for game 1. Dykman.
I'm calling odd.
You're calling odd?
I'm calling odd.
I'm gonna win one eventually. I'm like 0 for my last 7. This is ridiculous.
It's
Let's
even.
go! We're out here. All right.
So Alan is on the play.
We needed it. Yeah, my hand's a keep. I got spells I can cast. I got all my colors. I would like some removal spells, but we got some ways to find stuff, so I think this is good.
Mine is close. I think on the draw, this is like pretty bad. I'm gonna send this back. No 1-drops is kind of horrendous. I play like 16 if you include Thoughtseize. And I just think none of those is going to be kind of bad for us. We have none of our 3-drop payoffs. Which is not good. Lazatep Reaver's like fine. We do have a Dark Salvation for 3 on turn 3, but I think we can do better than this, so I'm going to send this back. Yeah, this hand is an example of why you mulligan. This hand is much, much better. I think this is a very, very easy bottom with this hand. So we're going to do that and lead us off.
All right, I'm going to traverse for an island and pass to you.
Yep. So, my turn 1 here is pretty interesting. This definitely feels like a Jace from Alan, considering he traversed for an island on turn 1, but there could be other things. I think, though, because of the way my hand is, I should respect the turn 2 Jace, and we're just going to Thoughtseize you here.
I had the Jace. It's rude. I was actually like kind of counting on it, too.
Okay, yeah.
3 lands, Jace, Tracker, Ishkanah.
This hand is... I mean, it's a solid hand still.
Well, Jace was going to fix everything, but now
Jace,
it's less.
Jace is gone. I am taking your Jace, but definitely still a solid hand there from Alan. But definitely ripping that Jace.
All right, you go to 18?
Yep.
So I am getting closer to Traverse now. We got 2 types, or Delirium.
Yep.
Draw for turn. I'm going to play a tapped Overgrown Tomb and pass it to you.
this is a very interesting turn for me. So, right now we have to determine what we want the game plan to be. Do I want to try and play the attrition game and go for the less aggressive play, or do I just play both of the aggressive creatures? I suppose I'm going to play both of the aggressive creatures because this leaves me open next turn to maybe not play this card. We'll see. Go.
Okay, so I'm going to play my island. Note I do this here because if I have more 1-mana spells I can cast. So when I play the if I play a 3-drop next turn or something after this tracker, this will be the land that triggers landfall. So it might come up that I'd rather leave the 1 black source because of push or Thoughtseize.
Yep.
So I'm going to play the island instead. Get all my
Makes
colors
sense.
in play and then pass to you.
Makes sense to me. Yep. Alright, well, with how we drew, I think we're definitely just on this plan. Swamp, Lord of the Accursed 6.
I could block here.
Yep.
I don't think it's crazy.
Well, it's definitely not crazy. Definitely not crazy.
I would like to get some value before I do that.
Yeah. It's a tough call. It's a really tough call. Do you want to get that value?
I think my life total is still high enough
Yeah.
that I can wait. I'll go to 14.
I think I agree.
Good?
Yep.
And now you'll see the reason I left the tracker in hand was that I drew another one.
Okay.
So having the swamp, I could draw push.
Yep.
But I'm not going to play the swamp here. I'm just going to play a Triome and get 2 clues.
Makes sense.
We'll call him the Max McVitie special and
Yep.
pass to you.
Yep. Ooh, that. Okay. Okay. So this is a really interesting situation for me. Do I think I can beat 2 tireless trackers? It's going to be tough. They're going to get large, but all my stuff will have menace, which is going to be a problem for you. So I actually think that this very likely is going to be the best line. I'm going to play Crypt Breaker.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw a card.
Sure.
Lazotep Reaver, trigger, amass.
Jeez,
And
okay.
I'm going to play another Crypt Breaker. And this is why we start activating Crypt Breaker. Do we have zombie tokens?
Alright, so this Crypt Breaker is terrifying. I am going to go to my turn and draw.
Yep.
That is not a very good draw. I'm going to be quite honest about it.
Yep. Thoughtseize?
Nope.
It's fair.
That would also be a bad draw, though.
Pop and clue. Yep.
I'm going to start by popping the clue.
That would make sense.
I need to find a way to get rid of some of this stuff here.
Yeah, you need some
Specifically, the Lord would be great
Yeah.
if I could get rid of that. And I think I cracked the other clue here because nothing I'm doing is quite good enough yet. That'll be good later. I'm going to play this and get 2 more clues.
Okay.
Both my guys.
These guys have 2 counters.
Yep.
Very important.
And then I'll pass to you.
I'm going to lose a life and draw another card.
Alright.
Okay. So I have Alan at an effective 1. So I really need to find a removal spell or a Lord. That. Okay. So the question is, do I just keep being patient and build up a massive army of guys? That's probably better than attacking. So, well, let's see. I just need to be careful that Alan can't kill me on the swing back, because I am at 16, and these trackers are both 5/4s. If he pops 2 clues, they're both 7 power, so that'd be 14, and he plays a land. Yeah,
you
plays a
know
land,
I
so
could
he has 3 clues.
I could present lethal next turn, but
yeah.
you just have enough
So
blockers.
I just need to... But I guess presenting lethal is only if he uses all his mana to pop clues.
Yep.
So I could just leave 1 creature back and attack with everything else. That seems kind of sweet, actually. That might be a good play. And then I do have an okay follow-up as well. So that seems not so bad. I guess I could just attack with everything, put you to 1, and then play this. That seems pretty good. I think that's what I want to do. Everybody has Menace.
Okay.
I guess I do this first for the extra counter here.
Jeez.
Attack all.
Oh boy. So I think I am forced into blocking a 2-power creature, right?
Yeah.
2, 4. This guy makes it 7. This guy makes it 10, 13, 15. So I guess I could block a Crypt Breaker,
You could, yep.
which might give me a better shot. I just think that Crypt Breaker is not the really the thing that matters the most here.
Yeah, the Lord is the thing that's going to beat you because of the Menace.
Yep. I got unfortunate. I drew my removal spell off the second clue there, so I couldn't do anything about it. I think I will block the Diregraph Ghoul.
Sure, so you take what?
I go to 2.
Okay.
Or no, I should go to 3, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10,
12.
12.
So I go to 2. Yeah.
Yep.
2.
Your turn.
All right, we are in danger.
Dire straits, as they say.
So what happens when you use Tracker in this matchup to just not really affect the board?
To not do anything, yeah. To
It's
draw
not,
cards.
Not great.
Yeah.
So what I need here is I need to draw a push. I think I'm dead if I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start by cracking this clue.
Yep.
Draw. That was a push.
Okay.
That was a push. I'm going to play a swamp, push the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also got more clues from the swamp, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
So many things happening here.
Yeah, there are, yep. A lot of things to think about. And then you have
So
Hero.
you have no cards in hand,
I have
right?
no cards.
Okay, so right now I could block
2.
these 2, right? And I'm taking 4, so I have a choice of playing either this or this, and both kind of save me. You don't have anything that comes back from the graveyard right now, right?
Not right now, nope.
Okay, so I think what I need to do is... I'm just going to play the Lifelinker. I think that prevents attacking slightly better.
Sure.
Yep, and then I'm going to pass to you. You know I have an Ishkana.
Yep. Yep. Okay. We'll play this Mutavault. So I have many, many options. Attacking seems terrible. It doesn't kill him. It would put him to 2, which is very bad.
You would lose 3 creatures too.
Yeah, very, very bad to attack. So I need to try and figure out exactly what is correct on how to manage these Crypt Breakers. And I think... It's interesting. The payoff of drawing now is I can hit Lords and deploy them. The payoff of waiting is it gives me more options if I need to block. But Alan doesn't seem to be in a great position to attack me yet. So I think drawing the first card is pretty safe, and I'm going to leave Dread Wanderer back because it could be the best blocker, I think.
Don't you? I would tap a Crypt Breaker, right?
No, because I plan on, if I draw
Oh,
garbage,
sure.
I activate them both
Okay,
for 2
that makes
more
sense.
2/2s.
That makes sense.
Yep. Okay. Interesting. So I go to 15 off that. And I think it may be better to just leave that one in my hand and just make a 2/2. Seems potentially more effective. Oh, it's a really interesting spot. I'm going to pass.
Okay. Draw for turn.
Yep.
That's not a great draw step. What I'm really looking for here is a Fabled Passage. It would turn on Delirium for me and let me get this Ishkana in play.
Yep.
I don't have a way to... There's a chance I wasn't supposed to play the Triumph earlier, but I think I just have so many clues. I'm going to use every bit of mana every single turn, so I think I'm supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
I'm
makes
going to
sense to me.
start my turn by cracking another clue.
Yes, sir.
These will go to 4 apiece.
Yep.
I'll draw.
Yep.
And I do think I need to start gaining life. He's going to start overwhelming my board if I don't do that. So, although this is a good blocker, but I think going up to 4 is really relevant when you have a bunch of 1-power things. So, I'm going to go to combat and attack for 2.
Activate.
Yep.
Turn this into an untapped 2/2 zombie.
Sure.
Nope, not an army.
Oh, we got zombies right here.
There we go. Perfect. So we're going to do that. Now... I'll take 2.
Okay, I go up to 4, and now I'm going to put a Scavenging Ooze in play,
Okay.
and then play a tapped Overgrown Tomb and get 2 more clues, and then I will pass to you.
Fire up Mutavault.
Yep.
Lose a life. Draw a card.
Yep.
Turn it into a 2/2.
Before you untap,
Sure.
I'm going to eat that out of your graveyard with Scavenging Ooze.
Yep.
So I go up to 5.
I believe unless Alan has a push here, I have him dead. We'll figure it out in a second, but I just applied a lot more pressure. He has 3 blocks for, I believe, 9 attackers. And I just drew a Lord, so now I'm almost certain he's dead, and they all have Death Touch.
Jesus.
Fire up Vault, and everybody's coming at you.
So yeah, really needed the Ishkana.
Yeah.
Yeah, leaving this back wouldn't have saved me.
No.
Not at all.
No, I don't think it would have. It may have had I not drawn the Lord.
I
I'm not
still
sure.
don't think so.
I don't know. I really don't know. But the problem is you can't sit there and do nothing because
Yeah, I
you're
need to be
certainly going to
progressing my
lose
game
that
plan.
game.
So yeah, I block 3 of your 2/2s, or 3/3s I guess, but then I'm taking way more than 5.
And then all your
and
guys
6.
die too, which is just...
Alright, I'm dead. Oh, Uro was next. Uro would have
That
been
would
good.
have been good, yeah. Not
I've drawn
bad.
another Uro. Alright, game 1 feels tough there, but we'll
Yep.
see if Sideboard can solve it. I get sweepers now, which will
You know,
help.
this is a really sweet matchup. It's very classic, like the mid-range deck versus like the creature aggro deck, but the creature aggro deck has some nice like tools and card advantage like Crypt Breaker, and
Yep.
it's a really sweet matchup. I like this one a lot.
Alright, welcome back to Postboard. We're going to discuss our sideboarding here. So I'm cutting my 4 Thoughtseize. It's interesting that Dykman's actually going to be bringing in discard spells and I'm cutting some, but you'll see that in his deck, a lot of what you have are just interchangeable zombies. They almost don't matter unless I can get exactly Crypt Breaker, but it's kind of hard to line up Thoughtseize with a Crypt Breaker. So, yeah, I might get a Liliana's Mastery or Dark Salvation, but I think for the most part the 2 life is going to be too costly, so it's just not worth it. And then I'm cutting Emrakul and Tireless Tracker because they're a little slow. And then I'm bringing in Collective Brutality as just a removal spell that kills Crypt Breaker. Liliana the Last Hope, which I think is going to be really good in this matchup. 2 Extinction Events and 2 Kalitas. Extinction Event I think is interesting because while your deck is almost all 1 in 3 creatures, you actually do a decent job of making
Evens.
zeros. Yeah.
That's what you died to last game, was
Exactly.
more evens than odds. The
Yep.
odds were the anthems, but the evens are the creatures.
Well, but you had a ton of, like, every creature in the deck is a 1 or a 3 almost.
Yep, but all the tokens
Yep.
it produces are all evens. That's,
So
yeah.
Extinction Event isn't as good against that deck as I would hope, but it's still good enough to bring in, so that's what I'm doing. What do you got?
I'm really not 100% sure on this board plan. Never played this deck until now, so I'm assuming that being on the draw, I want to lose some 1-drops. I wasn't really thinking about Liliana the Last Hope when I made this decision. It's possible that Ghoul is better than the 2/1, the Dread Wanderer, just because of Liliana the Last Hope. I don't know how many of that card the lists are playing these days.
A lot of lists only have 1.
A lot of lists have 1.
But
still,
or 0.
even
It's 1 or 0.
Yeah, 1 or 0. If I knew before making the decision that there was going to be a Liliana the Last Hope involved, I may have cut the 2/1 instead of the 2/2. Either way, we're going to go with this for now, see how it goes. I'm cutting Diregraph Ghoul, and I'm cutting the Graveyard Marshal. I think it's a little slow. That's a lot of mana to be exiling things and getting 2/2s. Not a huge fan of it. It's fine, but you know, I really didn't want to cut any Lords in the matchup. I think they're very important. As we saw that game, they were incredibly important. I think they're going to stay important, which is why I ended up trimming a Colossus. Not sure if that's right either, but I am pretty certain that on the draw I want more interaction with you. So I brought in the Drill Bits. Kind of a clash bringing in the Drill Bits and cutting some 1-drops, so I'm not 100% sure on that. Bringing in some Fatal Pushes. I want to be able to kill the Ooze. I want to be able to kill Kalitas, although, you know, there's going to have to be a Revolt trigger, but I still need to be able to kill that card. And then Liliana's Mastery, I assume this is literally the matchup that Liliana's Mastery is in the board for, just a mid-rangey, grindy matchup. I want this, you know, 2-for-1 on a stick that's going to anthem my board and be very, very hard for you to get off the table.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. That was my logic in these cards.
All right, let's shuffle up. All right, I think my hand's definitely a keep on the play. I don't have any 1-mana plays, but I cut Thoughtseize, so I can't really hope for them. And the other plays I have are quite good, so I'm going to keep.
Yep. My hand it could be better, but I definitely do not think I'm supposed to mulligan this hand. So yeah, let's give it a go here.
All right, Breeding Pool, your go.
2-1. Go ahead.
He's got a 2/1. I'm going to shock to 18 and play a Jace, and then it's your go.
Yep. So, some interesting options for me here. Things I'm concerned about with Jace is if I leave the Jace and Alan has a Salvage or a Wayfinder, obviously his list doesn't play Wayfinder, but most lists could be playing either or have some number of both. If he does that, he's going to be flipping the Jace, and it's just going to be terrible for me. I brought in Fatal Push to deal with these situations, so I'm going to be a little bit mana inefficient. Just get that off the board, make Alan draw naturally off the top of his deck. Go ahead.
We are really praying for a black source here. Yikes. All right.
I think Alan missed the black source for our viewers.
I am going to play Burrow.
Yep.
I'll gain 3, go back to 19, draw a card, put a Breeding Pool into play tapped, and pass to you.
Okay. Alright. So, while, again, I could be a little more mana efficient, I don't think mana efficiency is correct, especially because I've seen Extinction Event. I'm going to make an army, and I'm going to attack you for 2.
Puts me at 17.
I assume because Alan's looking for a black source, he has Lily. Go.
Could also have Murderous Rider.
You could. I'm more afraid of Lily, I'll tell you.
That's fair.
Hero again?
Uro.
Yep, back to 20 he goes. Tap.
Then I'm going to go to 18 and play a Scoos and pass to you.
I'm going to Fatal Push it.
Okay, well I'm at 18 with no Scoos.
And this is why we brought the Fatal Pushes in. Just really efficient, good removal for what Alan is trying to do. So now we need to think about what sets us up best for future turns. I think if Alan has Extinction Event, which is more important in the long run, it's almost certainly... You have 2 black now, right? Yeah.
I do have 2 black. I found
I'm
Blooming Marsh.
kind of expecting... How many cards do you have, Alan?
2.
2? Yeah, I really think there might be a Liliana the Last Hope sneaking around over there. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't know that had Alan not said that, and he definitely would not have said that in any other situation other than making a video. So this is a pretty interesting turn. I think... The fact that this does just randomly protect me from that is good. I can always play it later. Alright, I'm going with that for you.
I'm at 14.
Go ahead.
Somewhere I'm at 14. There we go.
Yep.
Alright. Draw. So... kind of a weird spot. How many cards do you have?
I have 2 of them.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fetch.
Yes, sir. Alan could also have a Kalitas, which would be kind of scary, I guess. But he only has 1 other card.
Okay. Right, that's fine, I guess.
Liliana.
I'm going to play the Liliana.
Mhm.
I had the Liliana.
Yep.
Would have been a lot better earlier.
Yep.
Given where we are at in this game, like I could hit this, but it can start coming back soon. I don't kill this. I can kill your army, but that's not really even that good, honestly.
It's pretty bad. Then I just killed the Liliana.
Yeah, so I think I'm supposed to just minus.
That makes sense.
Put 2 cards in my graveyard. Then I get to return a creature from my graveyard to my hand. I will choose Yace Vrin's Prodigy.
Yep, and then replay Euro.
Yep, and then I'm going to cast Uro from
Makes
my
sense.
graveyard.
Makes sense.
Exiling these 5. Draw a card.
Yep.
And I will go to 17, and it's your go.
Alright, well I'm definitely happy how I sequenced with the way things went down here. Alright, that's an interesting draw. I'm definitely just supposed to cast Death Baron, trigger here, get a tap 2/2.
Yep.
And do we care about this Liliana? We kind of care about the Liliana. Could do something.
And Death Touch is annoying.
Death Touch is really good. That's why I didn't cut any of the Lords. I knew that Death Touch and Menace were going to be a really big deal. I think what we're going to do is we... Let's see, it's 8. 8 at you, 2 at Liliana.
Alright, Lily dies, I go to a 9.
Yep, go.
Alright, draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was actually a pretty good one. You have one card in hand?
I do.
Alright, I'm gonna play Jace.
Yep. Mr. Jace. He's here.
And,
Here to party.
I'll pass to you.
Alright, so Alan definitely has a removal spell for the Death Baron here. Or at least I assume he does.
Wait, does this gives other ones?
Others, yeah.
Oh, maybe I was supposed to attack, actually. I thought it would trade. Yeah, I'm actually going to attack.
Okay.
Can I change that?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll go back. So this was tapped. Did you draw already?
I did, yeah. So I'll put this back.
I'm going to attack with Uro.
Yep, and go to 12.
Okay.
Didn't put another land in. Okay.
Yep, now it's your go.
Now it's my turn. Okay. Draw this, play this, Liliana's Mastery, 2 more zombies.
You got some zombos.
Anthem these babies. Combat.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody at you. And I took 6 for those watching, so I'm at 14. 2 just came in. So assume Alan has like a trophy or something here. Could be a Murderous Rider, but that's really good for me, honestly, if he has to take 2. He could have 2 removal spells. But no matter what, I'm still in a pretty good position here. Dealing with the Mastery is going to be problematic for him. Definitely like my spot.
So, what are my options here? I think, so I'm at 12.
Mm-hmm.
If I block, I think I'm going to lose my Jace. No, I can't really afford to lose Jace. I think he's going to be too important. So, let's say I just kill these and go to 10. I'm taking 2,
5,
5,
7, 10, dead.
Is that dead?
Yeah.
2, 4, yeah, 10, dead. So then, what if I go to 2? Is that better?
Well, going to 2 is better than dead.
It's definitely better. The question is, how much does having Jace help versus just gaining me some life here?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's tough. Jace like perpetually blocks something, so something with him's not great. All right. I'm gonna make the less mana efficient play here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, nope. I gotta make the one of these was tapped. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
That was tapped like that. All right. I am going to Fatal Push. No, wait a minute. Alright, I think I figured it out. Assassin's Trophy this.
Yep, I'll go get a swamp.
Or wait a minute. What if I Assassin's Trophy this?
Could be right.
Then I get to leave Jace around, and I actually am taking more power off the table. So, if I Assassin's Trophy this, and Murderous Rider this, I go to 10, and then block here.
Take 8.
Take 8, I go to
2.
2. I can go back up to 5, and kind of play some... I get to kill 2 things.
You get an extinction event on even, maybe.
Yeah.
In it. That's probably your only out.
Okay, so yeah, I will trophy this.
Yep, I'll go get my swamp.
And then Murderous Rider, the Death Baron.
Yep, and then you go to 2.
Go to 2, block one of the 1 power guys, and take 8, go to 2. You good after that?
I am.
Okay. Draw. That's not spectacular. Oops. So Uro is actually worth more attacking than blocking.
Yep.
So I'll attack with Uro.
I'm at 8.
Go to 5. Draw. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm at 5. So I definitely have to block all the 2-power things. I can't really do that. No, wait. If I put this in play, though, I can kind of do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do this. Tireless Tracker.
Yep.
I'm going to play a tapped Overgrown Tomb, get a clue.
Play Murderous Rider, I assume.
Yep. Play Murderous Rider.
Yep.
And then pass to you.
Yep.
Barely living.
Activate Castle.
Yep.
Lose a life. If I were to attack all... Alright. Let's just line up where they go. There. 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 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not dead.
This is a really tight game.
Yep. Yeah. I don't think I can attack, which is pretty unfortunate. So if I attack all, you go to 1. Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright, end of turn, I'm going to push a zombie.
Yep.
Draw for turn. Oh, this makes me very much regret my last play.
Extinction event.
Go to combat.
Yep.
I'll attack for 6, draw a card.
Yep, gain 3. I'm assuming there's an extinction event. I'm going to block with the zombie army.
Okay. You have 1 card in hand, right?
I do, yep.
Okay, so I don't... Lord would be bad for me, but I'm at a high enough life total that I'm
Yeah, you wouldn't be dead.
in a pretty good spot. So what if I crack a clue? What does that do for me? I guess I can just start by looting with Jace at this point. If I loot with Jace, though, I would want to crack a clue
It's probably
first,
better to pop
maybe.
clue first, yeah, because then you have more information.
Alright, I'm going to pop clue, I think, although it does make this turn a little awkward, but there's a lot of really good draws I could hit here.
Oh yeah, tons of really good draws, for sure.
So pop my clue. That was, in fact, I think one of them. So now, I'm going to play Kalidas.
Okay.
And then Assassin's Trophy that.
Yep, you get a 2/2.
I get a
You
2/2,
go
it's
to swamp.
exiled.
Yep.
And then I already attacked, so I'm just going to pass.
I'm gonna activate Castle.
Sure.
Draw a card. Lose some 2 life now.
So down to 5.
Yep. Was a little late to the party with that one. Alright. Draw. Well, that's... Okay. It's interesting, at least. Mutavault.
Mm-hmm.
You have how many cards?
I have 2 cards in hand.
2 cards. Play that. Gets me through everything. Not quite dead to that on the swing back. Which is kind of interesting, I guess. Thoughts easy.
I have a Murderous Rider and an Ashiok.
Um, I'll take the Murderous Rider. Play this.
Yep.
Go to 2. Problem now is I can't be aggressive. Yeah, let's go to game 3. I'm very dead here to the Kalitas and the Euro and things. At this point, you can just attack me.
Well, I just play this, bounce this, and then attack, and you have to chump with your whole board.
Exactly. Yep.
And I'm gaining life.
Yep.
I'm gaining a ton of life.
Yep.
I also get to
Too
loot
much.
with Jace here and get a,
Yeah, I know. You
a
get to push. Yep, I know. Bummer.
So that was impressive. I'm shocked I pulled that off.
Yeah. Push looked really good for me, though.
Push was good for you.
Both awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. I don't know that I'll have them in on the play. I think they're less important, but they were very good there.
Yep.
For sure.
All right, we're back for post board. Dykman really likes to sideboard in between games 2 and 3, which I respect. So I had to counter him. I went back to the board 2. I'm cutting my Scarab God, even though it seems sweet in the matchup. You saw just like big blockers there were okay, but nothing spectacular.
Blocking isn't usually going to win you the game.
Not against zombies.
No.
You can usually power through it.
No.
It worked in game 2, but mostly it worked because I had an
It's 'cause
Uro pressuring you.
You had 2 removal spells on the turn for the Lords.
Yep.
Blocking wouldn't have saved you otherwise.
Yep.
It was really nice, the nice trophy for the usually unanswerable Anthem, and then a removal spell for the other Lord as well.
Yep. So I'm cutting Scarab God. Also, just on the draw, his activations are just going to be a little too slow. Bring in Dragonlord Silumgar. You actually do have the play pattern kind of often of, like, play my Lord, attack, and, you know, it's going to, like, usually that attack will, like, put me really low. I can kind of survive, but then the next turn I just die. But if I have Silumgar to then steal your Lord, it takes a bunch of power and gives me 2 blockers, so I think he's going to be a lot better on the draw.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I was really debating, and I'm not sure if it would be good or not, if Lifebane Zombie on the play is reasonable in this matchup. The fact that it rips your Euro before you can even play it is pretty sweet, and it's very difficult for you to block it.
It just, I don't think it hits enough. It hits like
it hits
7.
It hits Tracker, Ishkana, and Euro, and I think that's it.
That's
Because you're not playing Satyr Wayfinder.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think it's just a little too cute, but I do think it's interesting. So I just, I'm on the play here. I want to leverage that. I want to be as aggressive as possible. It's possible I should have all 12 1-drops in, but I'm certainly bringing 2 goals in for 2 pushes. Everything else I'm keeping the same. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at here. So let's
battle.
shuffle up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this hand would be so good if I had one more land.
Same. Classic. The one land is
Alright, let's
this stinking.
Is it the Nykthos?
It is.
Yes!
This was not a keep either way.
Yeah,
but
even if
the
that's a swamp,
Nykthos is
you're not
horrible.
I mean, if that hit Swamp and Nykthos, it would have been okay.
Yeah, if it, but it,
It's
yeah.
actually good with this. I think it would have been good.
It would have been fine. It would have.
It's not like it can't cast the expensive spells. It's actually good in this hand.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
it
if
can't
this is-
cast this if I draw Mutavault, right?
Sure, but if this is Swamp, this is actually good.
I wouldn't play this for a while anyway, probably, but.
Yeah, I
either
think it's
way.
actually
This
okay.
hand is terrible either way, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so we both have mulligans here. I just have one land. I have
Your hand
2.
is so good.
Yeah, I have
Dude,
2 pushes and an Uro.
The funny thing is, if this is like fast black-green land, would you consider keeping the double fatal push?
On the
hand?
draw with the Grizzly Salvage, absolutely.
Mhm.
Because as soon as I hit my second land, I basically have my third, and then my Uro's fueled. Like,
Yeah.
if this is a black-green land and I could cast these 2 pushes, I would definitely keep.
Yep, I think I agree with that 100%. But as it is, we're both going to send them back.
Yep.
Okay,
Feeling.
I'm definitely keeping. It's actually a kind of interesting decision. I think definitely the discipline play here is just put one of these back. We could be greedy and put one of our lands back, but I think that's definitely too much. We could also be greedy. I don't even know that that's necessarily greedy, but we could definitely put the 1-drop here back as well, but I think the 1-drop's going to be important. So I am just going to bottom this, and we'll see what happens. It could be wrong, but I think it's what I need to do.
So my hand's interesting. This hand looks too bad to keep. I would say that. But given I'm on 6 and I'm on the draw,
Yep.
I think if I bottom this or this, either way, I think it's fine. Probably
Excuse me.
this, honestly. I'll probably bottom this. So if I bottom that, I have good mana, and I have early plays, and then I get to cycle this, so I think it's actually a keep despite looking pretty bad. Going to 5 against the deck trying to attrition me out is just not appealing.
It's not good. That's not good. So, makes sense.
All right.
I'm going to lead with a Diregraph Ghoul. Your turn.
Okay. And immediately paid off. This hand is now great. I'll play a Blooming Marsh and pass to you.
Attack for 2.
I'll
Done.
push it.
Yep. Lazotep Reaver. Get an army.
Tap Breeding Pool. Here you go.
Alan likely has another Fatal Push. That's cool. Lord of the Accursed.
Yep.
Fort.
Yep, I'm at 16.
Ooh, okay. Go.
Uro.
Yep.
19.
Yep.
Draw. I'm going to play this Overgrown Tomb tapped and pass to you.
Okay. Six.
Yep, 13.
Go.
How many cards do you have?
2.
2. So you probably are going to draw with Castle, but it also seems pretty likely that you have a removal spell.
Yep, very possibly a Dark Salvation. I can see that. Or Mastery.
Both of those seem pretty reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I could also see you just having Push, although I do happen to know that you boarded him out.
But you
it
wouldn't know
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't know that, and it makes sense to me that you would have Push here.
Yep. Most people in a tournament would not be expecting me to be swapping all over the place
Okay,
between games.
so how do I get back in this game? I think it definitely starts...
Tireless Tracker.
I don't have a test.
No.
I wish I did. I'm going to play
Euro.
another Uro.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Puts me up to 16.
Uh-huh.
Get to draw a card.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know how good this is. I'm going to put in an island off of the Uro.
Uh-huh.
And my land for turn is going to be a Fabled Passage.
Uh-huh.
I'll fetch.
Yep.
I got enough black. Another blue is okay, I guess. I could just also get green. Yeah, I have a lot of green, whatever. I guess I should get black. Slightly better, I think. No. I'm gonna get green.
Green. Okay.
It's just better with Uro. I have multiple Uros here.
Yeah, that makes sense, yep. Playing another Euro?
So I'm considering it.
Yeah.
I do think I'm probably supposed to, which is just so odd.
Yeah.
That my other play just exposes it to removal, and just given how you've played, I just think it's so likely you have removal in your hand that it's just too bad for me to do this.
Yeah, if you play into a Salvation, that'd be a disaster. If
Yeah,
I had to
just
play
next
a
turn you
fifth
get to
land,
kill my
make
guy,
Two,
make-
two,
yeah.
three, threes.
So
Yeah.
I definitely think it's between doing one of these two things,
Mhm.
and given that, this is just going to be better, I think. So I am going to play an Uro.
Yep.
We are Uro flooded, but that's not a bad thing because
Yeah,
Uro
it gains
is
a lot of life and still replaces itself, so...
Uro's pretty good. Okay, given that I drew something that can go to the graveyard, I'm going to play this now and pass.
Okay, I'm going to lose 3 life and draw a card.
17.
So, this may look strange to those watching, but I think this is better in the case that I draw a Mutavault. So, I'm actually going to lose 5 life.
Jeez, okay. Aggro, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, a little bit punished, but it was still a fine draw. Diregraph Ghoul, Combat 6U.
Yep, 13 again.
Go.
I am now winning the life race.
Yep,
We're up in front, baby.
sure are.
All right, draw for turn. Would you look at that? What a draw. What a draw that was. You just can't go wrong with them, man. Alright, so I need to get this off the table now. I'm going to trophy.
Yep.
You can go ahead and search for land, and then
I will.
I'm going to go ahead and also bring back Uro.
Yep.
Go to 16, draw. I'll go back down to 14 and play a Jace and pass to you.
Yep.
That's your go.
You have one card name?
Uno. Mastery, okay. Got some big dudes. Do you have the salvation too?
That'd be savage, wouldn't it?
It would be.
I do not.
Okay.
Here. I would wait anyway, right? It can't kill Euro yet.
Well, if you had like a one drop, if you got
If I
like
had
one,
one
drop
drop,
in
yeah,
salvation, that'd be really brutal.
insane. No, I don't have that. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely can't attack. Go ahead.
Okay. I do think I can and probably should attack here.
Oh, I agree.
I think I'm gonna start though by casting another Uro.
Yeah.
That's why I laughed last turn. I drew the fourth one. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, 17, you got it. That's really funny. It's pretty ridiculous.
It's just mono Uro.
Yeah.
Uro control.
Yeah.
And then
Push.
I'm gonna cast a Traverse.
Get a basic.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I get Swamp. I don't really want to draw a Swamp here.
Uh-huh. Makes sense.
Swamp.
Yep.
Cards in hand? 2?
2. Yep.
Do you want to... No.
You're good.
Go to combat.
Yep.
I'll attack for 3. Go to 20 or 6. I'll go to 20.
Yep.
Draw a card.
Yep. Now this is an interesting decision for me. I could gang block this Euro. Just put everything on the Euro. Alan only gets to kill 2 creatures, assuming it...
I'm going to put the Swamp in off.
That makes sense, yep. That's interesting. Okay. I could gang block here and get this Euro off the board. You have 2 in hand?
I have 2, yep.
Which might honestly be a good play. This Euro is a huge issue for me. I only get severely punished if Alan has another trophy. And even then, I still kill the Euro. But then I lose 3 things instead of... Well, actually, I lose 4 things. Instead of that... That's very interesting. I actually do think I need to game block this. I'm putting everything on it.
Okay. I will kill... I guess it's slightly better to kill your tokens than this because... Although it would change if I have Scavenging Ooze exactly.
Mm-hmm. Extinction Event is something to think about too, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, Extinction Event is a thing to think about. Alright, I guess because of Extinction Event, I'll kill these 2.
Sure.
And then my Uro dies.
Yep.
And then post-combat...
Yep.
I'm gonna collect a Brutality to give that -2/-2.
Okay.
And then I'll activate Jace.
Yep.
Jace will discard this Jace. He will flip.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna plus...
Wait, did this have damage on it? Because it's a 3/3. Because
No, I killed the army.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Yep.
Yep.
I don't know why.
The army was a 1/1.
I see. I got confused. My bad.
You're good. I'm gonna plus on this one because it's 2 power, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then it's your go.
I'm going to lose 3 life.
Yep.
Go to 9, if I can find the 9. There we are. Draw. Oof.
The flood is real.
Yeah, I've drawn 1 spell. Literally the whole game I've drawn 1 spell. 3 there.
I'll murder us right away.
Sure.
Go to 18.
Yeah. Go.
Draw. Well, that was one of the worst draws. I was hoping for anything that puts a card in my graveyard. We didn't get there.
For those watching, I lied. I've drawn 2 spells.
See, yeah.
I forgot about the ghoul off the
Plus on that.
castle activation. Yep.
And then I'm going to cast this.
Murderous
and pass.
Rider. Yeah. I am going to 5. So I just need to activate these. I need to find spells.
Yep.
Oh, we could have used that 5 turns ago or so. Would have been good. Alright, let's see here. So, God. Oh, play you, tapped, play Crypt Breaker.
Oh no.
Well, I'm a little low on life for this to even I'm going to activate, because I definitely have to. It's so awkward.
Does that put you to?
2.
2?
I'm at 2. I'm going to play this. It enters with 3 counters.
It's kind of big.
Yeah. I've already done all my stuff, so go.
Did you play a land?
I did.
Okay.
I did indeed.
Alright, so the reason I didn't play this last turn is because I have specifically Collective Brutality in my graveyard, and I'm very happy that
I
I
went to 2. Yeah.
Oh.
That was probably a mistake on my part. You just kill me with brutality.
Okay, well,
I couldn't have done anything about it, but
I am way overthinking this, because
Yeah.
I was thinking I can pitch these 2 to Brutality, and then get my Uro back, and kill your Crypt Breaker, and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be great, but then if I pitch 2, it just auto-drains you, so yeah.
yeah, you killed
Drain
me
you
with
out.
it. Yep.
Brutality burn, baby!
Yep.
Alright. I will say it feels like you drew really
I
bad.
drew heinous this game.
And
And
then-
like I said, until that turn, I drew 2 spells.
Yep.
I drew Mastery when I had 7 lands,
Yep.
so turn 7. And yeah, the turn you were talking about me having removal, it was just 2 lands in my hand.
Sure.
My opener, it's funny because when I was talking at the beginning, I was like, let's do the not greedy thing and not bottom one of my 3 lands.
Yep.
The way this game went, oh my god, I wish I would have bottomed one of my 3 lands because
Sure.
it was another Lord.
Sure,
I bottomed
okay.
the second Lord. Had I kept that, I might have been able to win this game, honestly. 'cause
I think you
gone
would've,
Lord
yeah.
on 3, Lord on 4. I still don't think that's a very intelligent mulligan. I don't know. Maybe it is. It is a 24-land deck, so you do have, like...
No,
the problem
I
is
think-
if you miss, you're just, like,
Yeah,
so
no.
screwed, you know?
I think you made the right play, and you
Yep.
just got
Yep.
variant style, which
Yep.
just happens.
Yep, it does. It absolutely happens. But no, this deck is actually really fun. I enjoy this a lot.
Yep.
You know, both the games I lost were, you know, I drew lands in very untimely fashion, which the aggro decks, you know, you just can't do that. Game
Yep.
2 even, like, you know, just one more Lord in the spots where I had you to, like, an attack to 1 or whatever, even like a removal spell.
I will
also
say-
never drew a Salvation once in the match,
Well,
which was
I will also
unfortunate.
say I don't think it's a coincidence that the game you won, you led on a Crypt Breaker, and the other 2 games you didn't have
Yep.
Crypt Breaker most of the time.
Exactly, yeah.
Because this just is the best card in the whole deck.
It is. It's amazing. I didn't lead on it. I could have led on it, chose to not lead on it because I think I played a 2-power creature on 1, played the Lazatep on 2, then played Lord on 3, and Crypt Breaker on 4. Maybe I did play it on 1. I don't remember. But yeah, Crypt Breaker's amazing, man. It's just such a drawing those cards for not having to spend mana like you do with Castle, and you take so much less damage. Like, the problem with Castle is if you're flooding, you take a ton of damage.
Sure.
Which is what we saw this game. You know, it's the one turn where I took 1 more damage than I needed to in case I hit a Mutavault may have been wrong, because this turn you wouldn't have killed me. You would have only been able to drain me to 1. But I still think, like, I think I was just in such a bad spot that I needed like anything that was good there. So I think hitting a Mutavault just to like be able to attack was a big deal.
Sure. Well, the other thing too is like even if I don't win that turn, I
You
think
were very far ahead.
yeah, like I'm gonna kill your crit breaker.
Yeah. And crit breaker's dead anyway because I'm at 1 life. I can't even activate the breaker anymore.
Sure.
The deck doesn't have any ways to gain life.
Yeah, so I get to kill your breaker. You don't get to use Lockthorn anymore.
Yeah.
Presumably your hand is just 2 more lands, so you're not really even fueling this. Even if you draw 1 more thing, I still have an Uro and I'm at 18.
Yeah.
And you're going to be in the same spot again where you're just going to have to put a bunch of stuff in front of Uro.
Yep.
And then 1 removal spell for this and the game kind of ends. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it was fine. Overall, the matchup, I thought your deck was good.
Yeah, I like this deck. I think
Yep.
it's solid for sure.
I think Grizzly Salvage proved itself on how good it was, that matchup, by helping me beat zombies.
Didn't cast it once, I don't think.
No, I never drew it.
Never
Never even drew it.
Never saw Salvage.
It would have
never
been
saw
good, though. It
Salvation.
would have been good.
It would have been pretty good, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that.
That's fair.
Especially the game where you needed Ishkana
Yep.
to have Delirium. It would have been especially good that game.
Yeah, there was a bunch of times where it would have been good, but
Yeah.
Wayfinder also would have been good, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But remember, guys, if you like this video, we would really appreciate it if you just like and leave comments. All of it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. It helps us grow the channel, and we really appreciate it.
Yep.
And if you
And-
have questions on the gameplay and want to leave a comment, we're happy to answer the questions.
Yep.
And also, you're welcome to request any matchups. We're always happy to do that as well.
And also, if you want to check out more of me specifically playing, I didn't mention at the beginning of this video, but me and my teammate Larry Fields, we on Twitch, Swish Gaming is our stream, and then Talking Swish is our podcast. So thanks for watching, and we'll give you some more content soon.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.